Jones, it is too bright to be alive. Hey, Chicago Cub baseball YouTube fans, I hope all you guys had a lovely weekend. Well, technically it is still the weekend, so hope you guys are having a great weekend, even though it is still the weekend and technically Sunday. I hope all you guys are having a lovely Sunday as well, and it would be rude of me if I didn't say happy Sunday. So happy beloved Sunday, guys. Before we get into this episode, I just wanted to say, guys, again, thank you for all the love, all the support, all the encouragement on the channel. I really don't feel like I say it enough. So literally, bottom of my heart, thank you. Mwah. Love you guys. And let's get into this episode. Okay, so according to the Wrigley Wire on X or Twitter, whatever you guys want to call that, they came out yesterday with a predicted or projected 2026 Chicago Cubs lineup, or kind of like what the everyday lineup would be. Now, the lineup they did a little prediction or projection for 2026. In this order, it would probably not be in this order, of course, but it is like the projected or predicted starting lineup. So I thought, guys, we would look at that and then see how you guys feel on it. Okay, so they kind of predict that the catching situation is going to either be mainly Carson Kelly or Miguel Amaya. At least one of those two men will catch. I don't know how Craig Counsell is going to go about it with Miguel Amaya definitely coming off a very serious injury. And then, of course, Carson Kelly, but technically, according to the Wrigley Wire, they predict 3 catchers to be on the 2026 Chicago Cubs opening day roster, but they mainly believe it will be Miguel Amaya and Carson Kelly that actually get the duties behind the plate. As for first base, they predict it will be Michael Busch. And here is the exciting news for all of us Cub fans. Remember when I said Nico Hoerner was meeting with the Giants? Well, Nico Hoerner, he will be a Chicago Cub in 2026, guys. It was a few days ago, and you guys can chew me out if you want. It was a few days ago that Nico Hoerner turned down the San Francisco Giants, and Nico Hoerner will be on opening day in 2026 a Chicago Cub, guys, and we still believe that Nico Hoerner will be the everyday second baseman. Dansby Swanson will be doing shortstop with Matt Shaw third base. The outfield will Ian Happ in left. It will be probably more likely PCA in center. And right field is really interesting because right now, we got a couple of guys that could do right field. Obviously, Seiya Suzuki. But, according to the Wrigley Wire and a few other sources, they believe that Seiya Suzuki will kind of be in the DH role. Obviously, guys, we don't know at the moment, but we predict that it will be mainly the DH role. But this is really interesting, okay? Because I could name 2 guys that could be in right field. Obviously, these 2 men are still free agents. Number 1 is Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tucker. Obviously, still a free agent, I know. And the other one, guys, is former Chicago Cub, and that would be Cody Bellinger. which he is also still a free agent. So those are mainly the two guys that could do right field. I'm also predicting at some point in 2026, Owen Casey will get called up, and he definitely can play right field. And also Seiya Suzuki as well. But there you go, at least for the right field. Now, this is where the DH role comes into play. They kind of predict that it will be Seiya Suzuki as a kind of everyday DH. They also believe a possible backup DH would be Moises Ballesteros, who, by the way, is also a catcher. And Moises Ballesteros, boy, did he have a really good 2025. I mean, the guy tore it up in AAA Iowa. The guy actually was phenomenal stepping up at the big league level. And to be very honest with you, I see Moises Ballesteros possibly making the 2026 opening day roster. Obviously, a lot can happen at big league camp and spring training. But I don't know. I mean, you know what? I really think with Moises Ballesteros making his MLB debut last year, I could definitely see him somehow getting up to the Chicago Cubs again in 2026. Now, there you go, guys, on like the fielding. Again, when I'm just talking about the everyday guys and all of that. But let's go back to Nico Hoerner, okay? So Nico Hoerner's contract for this upcoming season with the Cubbies, it kind of is good news and bad news. I'm going to start with the bad news first. He is eligible to be traded by the Cubbies at the trade deadline. That is on the contract terms of Nico Hoerner. Nico Hoerner is also on a Cubs opt-out at the end of 2026. So actually, this season is basically a one-year deal. He's eligible at the trade deadline to be traded. And if he ends up being a Chicago Cub the entire 2026 season, he is also eligible to be traded after 2026. Okay, but the good news is when it comes to spring training, he will be a Chicago Cub. Hopefully he is healthy and he doesn't get injured. But really the biggest question mark in the field for these Chicago Cubs coming into 2026 is right field. I know we got Seiya Suzuki, and then we got two big-time free agents, Cody Bellinger and Kyle Tucker. Now, obviously, guys, if we had Bellinger and Tucker on the Cubs, automatically the Cubs would probably be a favorite to be going into the postseason. I don't think we're going to get Bellinger and Kyle Tucker at the same time. And that that would be literally a dream come true if we had Kyle Tucker and Cody Bellinger playing for the Cubbies on opening day in 2026. But I really don't think that is going to happen. It's just, I just don't see it happening. But this is kind of where I want to know you guys. Okay, so we got left field figured out with Ian Happ. We got Pete catches anything and literally everything in center field. The biggest question mark for the Cubbies is in right field, and that's where you guys come in. I want to know, really, who do you think should be the starting right fielder or everyday right fielder for the Cubs coming into 2026? I know that Tucker and Bellinger are still free agents at the moment, but obviously, guys, with spring training literally next month, I definitely see both of them getting. Okay, before we get there, I am very shocked that Kyle Tucker is still a free agent. I thought at least by Christmas, he would get picked up by a team, okay? No offense to Cody Bellinger, but I'm not surprised he's still a free agent, and all of that. But, you know what, guys, getting back to the thing here, I really want to know what you guys think on, really the biggest question is right field, okay? We got Seiya Suzuki, but we also got to look at it in another way. I mean, I don't think Seiya Suzuki is going to be an everyday right fielder in 2026. You know, he's kind of going to be the mainly everyday DH role. So there you go. Let me know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think on who should be in right field every day for the Cubs, at least the opening day's right fielder for the Cubbies guys. And I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind seeing Kyle Tucker back. I wouldn't mind seeing Cody Bellinger back. I highly doubt that's going to be happening, but you never know, right? So there you go, guys. And let me just be upfront with you guys. I'm very happy to see Nico Horner back. Okay, I really am. When he was meeting with the San Francisco Giants, I got really a little bit nervous because, number one, the Giants are managed by a new manager who, by the way, is one of the greatest, or one of the best college baseball coaches in the past decade of Tony Levetto. And then next, guys, is Nico Horner grew up in the Bay Area. So that you can kind of understand why a lot of Cub Nation were nervous about that. But it's really cool that we will have Nico Horner at least on opening day as a Chicago Cub. That's comforting right there. So, but yeah, really, guys, I want to know, really, when it comes to the 2026 opening day and Wrigley Field home opener, who do you guys want to see play right field? Okay, I mean, we could talk about the predicted lineup all day long, but we don't really have that right field role. You know, I mean, unless the Cubs make a big move, and all of that. I mean, really, guys, let's think about it. I did forget about Tyler Austin. I know shortly before Christmas, the Cubbies signed Tyler Austin, but I don't see Tyler Austin being an everyday first baseman. I mean, unless there is a left-handed pitcher on the mound against on the opposing team, because Michael Busch, he doesn't hit lefties very well. But I think Michael Busch will be the everyday first baseman. So okay, all right. So sorry guys, I had to take a little break to go deal with Wrigley. By the way, Wrigley says hi, but going from my dog Wrigley to X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. So John Heyman, you know, who works with MLB Network, he just sent out a tweet on X or Twitter, again, whatever one you want to call it. And I found it interesting because just, you know, a little bit ago, I was talking about possibly Cody Bellinger going back to the Cubbies in 2026. So the good news on this is the Chicago Cubs have actually been talking to Cody Bellinger. Great news, right? Here's the bad news. The two-time World Series champions, the LA Dodgers, have also been talking to Bellinger, which Bellinger was a LA Dodger before he was a Chicago Cub. And then the San Francisco Giants are also highly interested in Mr. Cody Bellinger as well, guys. I don't know. I mean, if the LA Dodgers and the Giants are highly interested in Cody Bellinger, I now get a little bit more nervous that Cody Bellinger is either going to go back to the Dodgers or he's going to go to the Giants. Just because the LA Dodgers have won the past 2 World Series, and the Dodgers, they're literally always in the postseason. Okay, quick question for all you. When was the last time you guys could remember the LA Dodgers were not in the postseason? Every single year, day one of Big League Camp, we already can predict that the Dodgers will be in the postseason. They always go, okay? So that's kind of why. And then with the Giants' new manager and everything he did at the University of Tennessee, I could see Bellinger going either way. But I want to get your guys' input on that, You think Cody Bellinger is going to go back to the Dodgers? Do you think he'll go to the Giants? The Yankees really have not been in that much contact with him, which makes me think that, he may not go back to the Yankees. I don't know. But yeah, I literally while I was dealing with Wrigley, I went on Twitter or X and I saw that tweet by John Heyman. Literally came out a little bit ago, but that makes me nervous. Now, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Cody Bellinger is going to go to the Dodgers or the Giants, or do you think there is a possibility he could come back to the Chicago Cubs? I really don't know. Now I'm getting a little bit nervous on that. So, there you go. But and then you know what? While we're talking about possibly right field, what about Kyle Tucker? Okay, I think every Chicago Cub baseball fan is talking Kyle Tucker. Or King Tucker. In my personal opinion, Kyle Tucker, even though he was injured part of the year, yes, I know. I still think the Cubs would have not gotten to the postseason this past season if there was no Kyle Tucker. Despite I felt like we had a Nico Horner injured a little bit, but you know what? I still think, after the 2025 Chicago Cubs, the Chicago Cubs in 2025, they had one of the best records in all of spring training out of all MLB teams. We were on the channel throughout spring training this past season talking about how great these Chicago Cubs were. And hey, come on, but yeah, I really want to know you guys' input. Do you think Cody Bellinger is going to re-sign with the Cubs? I'll admit, I'm getting a little bit nervous on that now because I really don't know. But I really guess we will find out together. That's, the best point, guys, and all that. All right, guys, before I end this episode, I wanted to wish a happy birthday to a former Chicago Cub, a 2016 World Series champion Chicago Cub of Chris Bryant. Really, guys, ever since Chris Bryant has left the Cubs, I'll admit, he hasn't been the same guy, nor the same player. I know that's a little painful to admit, and all that. I would admit it, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It is his birthday today, so happy beloved birthday, Mr. Chris Bryant. And as far as I know at the moment, Chris Bryant will be available and he will be ready for the 2026 season with the Colorado Rockies, which is good. You know, he definitely hasn't been the same player, especially with his time with the Rockies guys. And, you know, sadly, the one thing I may have to say about Chris Bryant is we may be seeing the beginning or the start to the end of his career. I know I don't want to admit it either, but I mean, come on. So, but anyway, happy beloved birthday, Chris Bryant, and all that. But other than that, guys, you know what to do. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't, guys. Casey is doing really well. My brother Casey. I can't wait to get him back on video in spring training, guys. For you guys, that is going to be one thing he knows about it. Blah blah blah. But I can't wait, guys. I can't wait to be at Sloan Park. You know, kissing the Cubs logo. Especially that win in 2026. And 10 years ago, the Chicago Cubs won the World Series. So, you know, in a few weeks is Cubs convention as well. Let me know if any of you guys are going and all that. I would love to know. So, other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend and Sunday. And I will see you all in the next episode. As always, go Cubs, go. Mwah! Love you guys.